Hi friends, this is your Python Pandit here, and now we are just going to see a program to find the character frequencies using the concept of dictionary here. Okay, so in the start of this program we have a choice variable where we are asking the user to enter the particular word, and then we have an empty dictionary named character frequency. Now we have a for loop here for char in choice in sense. We have, for example, in choice we have entered cat. Okay, so char in cat. So the first value of char will be C. Okay, and we are just checking if C in character frequency in this if loop. Actually, in character frequency, it is right now it is empty dictionary. So we don't have any value. So the if loop is not satisfied. So the program enters into else loop and we are just entering the character C as a key name as well as its value. So that is what is happening here. Character frequency square bracket char. The value of char right now with a C. Then the value is 1. Okay. And now once again it will go to that for loop and again it iterate to the next value. So in the cat we have A after C, right? So now for A in choice, okay? And then we have if A in character frequency. Of course, A is not inside that character frequency. Right now, we have only C value. So the if value, so the if loop is not satisfied. The program enters inside the else loop, and we are just adding that A as a key, new key name, and as well as its particular value 1. Okay. Once again, it goes back to that for loop again. Character in cat. So then the character will be pulling the value T from this cat. Now the character value is T. And if T in character frequency, now the dictionary character frequency has only value C and A. So there is no T. So the if loop is not satisfied and it will enter inside this else loop and the T will be entered as a new entry inside that. Okay, the T will be the new key name and its particular value. So this happens. So here it is just, we are just going to iterate through each and every characters inside that entered word, and we are just going to add that number of times a single character is there inside that word. Okay. If we find any word it is already existing inside the dictionary, the if loop will be satisfied. Okay. And then the character frequency, if it is A or T, whatever it is, the value will be incremented with 1. Okay. So that is what is happening. And then we are just going to print that character frequency. Okay. And see, this is the output. Now we can see two string methods, namely isalpha of as well as isspace of. So both are the string methods that can be called on a string to check certain properties of its characters. For example, isalpha of method returns true if all the characters in the string are alphabets, that is letters. Okay. And as well, the string is not empty. In this both conditions, isalpha of method returns true, otherwise it returns false. Okay. So for example, here we have taken several strings and we have used that isalpha as well as a space of method to see how it works. Okay, in first you see ABC dot isalpha of method. So it returns true because it is completely letters, alphabetic letters. So it is true. And in the next line, a string 1, 2, 3 we have given here. But the value we received is false because it contains the digits. Okay, and in next place we have given an empty string as well as it returns you false. And in the next one we have taken ABC 1, 2, 3, the string which contains ABC 1, 2, 3. Isalpha of method returns you false because that string has digits too, not only letters. Okay, so isalpha of method returns true only if the particular string has alphabetic letters and as well as it is not empty. Okay. So when it comes to isspace of method, it returns true when if all the characters in that particular string are white space characters, okay, like spaces, tabs and new line characters, and as well the string is not empty. Otherwise it returns false. See, here we have given an example. See, we have given white spaces dot space of course it is true, and as well as the tab and new line character, everywhere we what we get from this method is true. And we have given an empty string, of course it returns you false, and as well as some digits or letters, whatever it is, space of method returns you false. So space of method we need only white space characters. Okay, like white spaces, tabs and new line characters, and as well as the string need not be empty, only then it returns you true. Okay, so now why are we seeing these two methods in particular instance? So now we have already seen how to find the character frequencies in a given word. Now what if we are going to enter a sentence instead of word, and we are just going to find the character frequencies including spaces. So for that we can use this two string methods inside that program and we can achieve the result. So let's see how can we do that. So here at first we have a line variable where we are asking the user to enter that particular sentence. So for example, now I am here entering I love Python. Okay. And then we have an character frequency. It is an empty dictionary. And then we have a for loop in order to iterate through each and every character inside that sentence. Okay. And for each character inside that sentence, we are just going to see if it is a letter or it is a space. Okay. So for that, we are using this two string method, character dot isalpha of method and character dot space of method using or. In sense, any one condition is satisfied, the program will enter into the next line. Okay. Fine. Now the character variable have the value I, right? I love Python. So we have I. So for I in line, we are entering into the if loop. If I dot is alpha, of course, it is a letter, so that here the condition is satisfied. Any one condition is satisfied, we can just enter into next line. So if I in character frequency, right now the character frequency dictionary, it is empty, so that we cannot increment the value there. So what happens, the if loop here, it is not satisfied, it enters inside the else loop, and we are just going to enter this character I as well as the value. I is the key name and the value 1. Fine. And then we are again going back to for loop once again. Then we have a space there. So for that variable in line, we are entering into the if loop and it is checking is alpha or a space. Of course, space, it comes inside this character dot space of method and it returns true, so that it enters inside this if loop. And again here, if that character in character frequency space already it is not there, okay, so that if loop is not satisfied, again the program will enter into the else loop and the space will be added there and the entry 1 will be given. So likewise it keeps on continuing till the end of that sentence. Okay. And then after that operations, we are coming out of that loop and then we are just going to print the character frequency. And now you can see, now the output is character frequencies including spaces. See, I, it is 1 and the space value, it is 2, right? I love Python. So we have given 2 spaces. So the entry is 2 and L is 1, O is 2, B is 1, E is 1, P is 1, Y is 1, T is 1, H is 1 and N is 1. So this is it. So I hope you really understand this. So just play around with these concepts for a while and yeah, that's it. So join me in this journey of learning. Let's make this journey more interesting. Bye-bye and take care.